Alright, not such an easy topic today. Excuse the awful music in the background. I'm in the reception at the gym, not my choice of music. Anyway, today we're going to look at y equals mx plus c, which is the equation of a straight line. Now you need to know first of all what these parts make up. So y and x are any coordinates, as you know. Coordinates are in the form of x and y, so that's any point on the line. It's irrelevant to us right now. The important ones is the m, or whatever number comes before the x, and the c part here. So the m, or whatever number is always before the x, is the gradient of the line, and gradient just means the slope, okay? And the c is where the line crosses the y-axis. So the number before the x is the gradient, the c is where it crosses the y-axis. So if we were to look at this axis that's drawn here, if I had the line that goes like that and it crossed the y-axis here at, I don't know, 5. Okay, if it crossed the y-axis at 5, this plus c part is going to be plus 5. Okay, the y equals something x plus 5 stays the same, so the y and the x are the same. However, if you were going to try and work out the gradient, the number before the x, you'd need another point on this line. So I know that's 5 there, so that would be the coordinate 0, 5. Let's say I had another point there, and let's say this point was at, I don't know, 3, 15. Okay, I've got 2 points. Now I can find the gradient by making a triangle between these 2 points, realizing that here it goes from 0 to 3, so it goes across 3, and it goes from 5 up to 15, so it goes up 10. My sketch is really out of scale. But from that we can find the gradient, because the gradient is the change in the height, so the rise of the line, divided by the run, how far across it goes. So in this case, the rise is 10, because it goes up 10, over the run of 3. So our gradient here is 10 over 3. Now, that's not going to give me a number that's nice, but it doesn't need to be. The gradient can be 10 over 3x plus 5. Obviously, if you were given an equation such as y equals 2x plus 7 and you were asked to draw the line for that equation, you would use a table of values, x and y. And because we know it's a straight line, because it hasn't got any powers in it, I'm only going to need -1, 0 and 1 as values for x, because you don't need a load of values to draw a straight line. So in this case, it would be 2 lots of -1 plus 7. So that's -2 plus 7, which is 5. 0, so 2 lots of 0 is 0, add 7 is 7. And this would be 2 lots of 1 plus 7 is 9. So the coordinates of this line that I would have to plot would be -1, 5, 0, 7, 1, 9. So that should be known. That's pretty low level. However, if we look over here, we could be asked to find the equation of this line, or most likely from the mocks we've seen, they give you multiple choice, so they give you a load of lines and ask you what one it could be. So first of all, let's look at what we can tell from the line. The gradient, or the slope of this line, it's going uphill, therefore it's a positive gradient. So whatever number is before my x has to be a positive number. And I know it's going to be in the form of y equals mx plus c because it's a straight line. So let's actually calculate the gradient now, because the gradient can be found by doing the rise over the run. And I have got 2 points given to me here, which is lovely. I make a triangle between the 2 points. I look at the rise, so it goes from -1 up to 5, so it's got a rise of 6, and the run goes from -1 across the 2, so it's got a run of 3. So my gradient here is going to be the rise, which is 6, over the run, which is 3. So my gradient is 2. Therefore, I can put this back into my equation, y equals 2x. Now for the plus c, I just need to look at where it crosses here, because that's what the c is. In order to do that, because I know it's got a gradient of 2, I know that for every 1 unit I come across, I need to go up 2 units, because that's what a gradient of 2 is. For every 1 you go across, you come up 2. For every 1 you go across, you come up 2. That's what a gradient is. So if I come 1 across, that puts me at the coordinate 0, which is what I wanted, and then I need to go up 2. So up 1 would be 0, up another 1 would be 1. So that would take me to 0, 1. That means that point there is 1. So the equation of my line is +1. Now, on a final note, I'm going to tell you that when you have gradients, if you've got a couple of different lines, for example, y equals 2x plus 1, and maybe you had y equals 2x plus 7, maybe you've got y equals 2x plus 15. Because all of these lines have a gradient of 2, and I know that because they all start with 2x, that means they are parallel, okay? Because parallel lines all have the same gradient. So if they gave me y equals 3x minus 5, and they said provide the equation of any line that's parallel to that, then you would just start it as y equals 3x and then do whatever you want over there. Maybe 3x minus 6, that would be okay. It's a difficult one. Get on Maths Watch and look at the video for straight lines, y equals mx plus c, and the equation of a line. Good luck.